Hello everybody, this is Jane Flame. How are you today? Hopefully you are okay and being secured now. Today, I will deal with materialism underlying our current material civilization, which is a continuation of my previous talk about communism. Our spirit souls, which are on the journey in the material world, must learn and experience materialism firsthand at some points of their evolutionary journeys. At this time, I'll describe the cosmic meaning and significance of materialism in terms of the evolution of spirit souls. Captain Udeka's message for today is why has the heaven installed the matrix of materialism? Please listen carefully. Everything on the earth comes from the heaven. The origin of all good things on the earth is the heaven. All evil things on the earth also originate from the heaven. The earth is the theater stage prepared by the heaven for the evolution of ascending spirit souls. Also, the earth is the theater stage where angels of the heaven who belong to the descending spirit soul group are gaining material experiences after sealing their memories of the heaven and removing the memories of their cosmic ranks. The earth is where there are various theater stages set up by the heaven to allow spirit souls to have material experiences for their evolution. On the earth, various levels of matrices of materialism have been tightly installed and operated. Also, various levels of matrices of light have been closely set up and operated on the earth. Spirit souls who are on their journeys in the material world of the earth are experiencing matrices of light or darkness at various levels, depending on the evolutionary level of each of them. The heaven exists to create theater stages on which spirit souls can experience the material world. Also, the heaven exists to make and execute interesting and amusing scenarios so that spirit souls do not need to feel bored while experiencing the material world. Finally, the heaven exists to allow spirit souls to experience the material world in a fair and impartial way. The reasons why the heaven has installed and operated the matrix of materialism on the earth are as follows. Firstly, the process in which a spirit soul gains material experiences is the journey of a spirit soul on which the spirit soul born by the light of the Creator seeks its divine light in darkness, which is the attribute of matter. Materialism is a kind of a chalajimang that the heaven installs and unfolds on planets. The matrix of materialism that the heaven has installed on earth is aimed to provoke and maximize desires that human beings have inherently. Materialism has been introduced to make human beings believe that this world they belong to is made up of only what is visible or tangible. Materialism has been introduced to make them deny God and the heaven and live their lives driven by greed for matter. Materialism has been unfolded by the heaven to make human beings live indulged in material abundance. Secondly, when human beings view the world from the perspective of materialism by harnessing their imperfect reasoning, their world seems to be easy to manage or deal with as a completed structure. However, the world in reality is not meant to be unfolded as they expect. Before a spirit soul born by the consciousness of the Creator embarks on its journey for gaining material experiences, it has to lose all memories about the heaven by crossing the river called Lethe, or the river of oblivion. Then, this spirit soul is incarnated as a human being by walking into a human body. A spirit soul born by the light of the Creator should remove its memory about the heaven to be incarnated as a human being, because this process can cause the spirit soul wearing the human body to believe only what is visible. Thus, the spirit soul can evolve by experiencing the material world revealed as phenomena and harnessing the curiosity and the spirit of the challenger which are given to a human being. The heaven has allowed material civilization, including science and technology, to be developed and advanced through materialism. Besides, the heaven has made human beings believe that only what is visible to them is truth through scientific rationalism based on materialism. Thirdly, the material world is driven by scientific laws and by the law of causality. The heaven is using a great deal of energy to prevent humankind from noticing that the invisible hands of the heaven are working behind scientific laws. The heaven, which knows everything, is hiding behind the matrix of materialism and just watching human beings, pretending not to be with them or know anything. Through rational thinking and scientific thinking, human beings become confident of the world while learning and experiencing the visible material world. In order to constantly make people believe that they can build an ideal society through human-made systems and laws, the heaven has installed and operated the matrix of materialism so far. The heaven has intended to bring out human creativity as much as possible through the matrix of materialism. Also, the installation of the matrix of materialism has been intended by the heaven to allow human beings to exert their free wills in various ways. Besides, the heaven has a hidden intention to find out what the result will be like when human free will is combined with human desires after human beings have lost the heaven in their hearts through the matrix of materialism. The heaven has also intended to figure out what the consequence will come when human free will is combined with strong human greed for power to control human beings, after human beings have forgotten the divinity of the spirit soul through the matrix of materialism. Fourthly, the earth is a theater stage on which spirit souls gain material experiences. The earth is a school for spirit souls who need to learn and grow through material experiences. The earth is a community where diverse groups of spirit souls with various cosmic identities live together after removing their memories about their cosmic identities. Various levels of materialism have been installed and are being operated on the earth. There are various levels of darkness on the earth. The heaven has installed and being operated various multi-level matrices of light. In addition, the heaven has installed and been operating a variety of multi-layered material matrices, which are the matrices of darkness called materialism. The ideology of materialism is needed for spirit souls to evolve and also to gain various material experiences. On the earth, The theory of materialism is necessary and essential for the development of material civilization and that of spiritual civilization. The heaven has formed a great stream of human consciousness through materialistic and communist ideologies in human history based on various intentions as follows. Firstly, the heaven has created a huge stream of materialism to allow spirit souls to gain various material experiences. Materialistic and communist ideologies have a strong attribute of darkness, and through these ideologies, intelligent creatures in the universe, including human beings, cannot access the ideal societies that they have dreamed of. This is a called law of the grand universe. Thus, the heaven has unfolded these ideologies on the planet Earth in order to make spirit souls deeply realize this strict law of the universe. Human beings should experience this stern truth of the universe firsthand. Human beings should know that the ideal society visualized by imperfect human reasoning is nothing but a fiction, an illusion, and a fantasy which humans have created. This is one of the cold intentions of the heaven hidden behind the installation of the materialism and communism on earth. Secondly, spirit souls born by the consciousness of the Creator should live the most painful lives once they are trapped in chalajimang, called materialism. Also, spirit souls born by the divine light of the Creator must experience the nature of the deepest darkness as soon as they are caught in chalajimang, called communism. Therefore, materialistic and communist ideas have been introduced to dissolve the karmas of the spirit souls who have a lot of grave cosmic karmas and who have been confined to Earth, a prison planet. The heaven has allowed those spirit souls to dissolve their karmas by operating communist regimes and totalitarian regimes in specific areas and specific countries. Thirdly, ahead of the termination of material civilization on Earth, human beings need to experience deep darkness in order to build a new spiritual civilization on Earth and to go through the Earth dimensional ascension. In other words, human beings on Earth have had to experience deep darkness through the contradictions of materialistic ideas and communist regimes. Thus, before constructing a new spiritual civilization on Earth, the heaven has made human beings be engaged in spiritual wars between light and darkness and wars of values between light and darkness, which are ongoing on Earth now between liberal democratic systems and communist regimes, respectively. This is another intention of the heaven hidden behind materialism and communism installed on Earth. Fourthly, the material civilization of Earth is now at its peak. Materialistic and communist ideas have prevailed on Earth as well and have been infiltrated into almost all fields of human society. The planet Earth is at the peak of its material civilization, and capitalism and materialism are going forward in parallel. Meanwhile, on the planet Earth, which is at the peak of its material civilization, communism and materialism are also expanding their power. The heaven has induced both extreme separations and extreme ideological confrontations to occur between those who believe in only what is visible through materialism and communist ideas and those who believe in the invisible world. The present human beings are immersed in material affluence provided by current material civilization. The present human consciousness is biased toward materialism and communist ideologies. When the end times come, everything must go back to the place it originates from, its root. In order to open a new era of spirituality and to prepare for a new spiritual civilization based on the invisible world, spiritual wars between light and darkness and wars of values between light and darkness are in progress in all of the world. These wars are de facto clashes of ideologies and also clashes of civilizations. Human beings on earth shall watch a dramatic movie prepared by the heaven. They will see a heartbreaking film called The Tragedy Caused by the Birth of Materialism and the Expansion of the Communist Regime, set in a specific area. Human beings on earth are made to participate in wars of values between light and darkness at their own levels of consciousness, and these wars are attributed to clashes between different ideologies and between different civilizations. The great epic has been designed by the heaven for the evolution of spirit souls at the end times. In the process in which the heaven terminates the material civilization of earth, this great episode is now being unfolded to allow human beings to write reviews about what they have experienced at their own levels of consciousness. I wish all the best for humankind. I wish all the best of the Korean people. March 5th in 2020, Udeka wrote. His message was translated by Twin Flame. Thank you so much for listening.